Alrighty, welcome back to the See What You Started YouTube channel. And for those of you who don't know, it's like what that means. Like, see what you started. You see something on the internet and you're like, dang, man, I want to do that. And then it gets into your pocketbook. See what you started. And then, you know, or your buddies are like, you're sitting around a campfire, kicking back a couple cold ones, and you're like, we ought to do this. And then your brain starts working overtime at nighttime when you're supposed to be sleeping, and you're like, well, I think I actually could do that. See what you started. That's what it means. Any whichever way, on today's video, we are going to knock out some running boards on the 1953 Chevy 3100 5-window. Stick around. Let's knock it out. It'll be a quick video for you. Some of you guys have been asking for it, but this is more, not so much a how-to, but an idea. So some of you guys working on these trucks doing the S10 body swap, and you're like, man, doggone it, how am I going to attach those running boards? I'll show you. Alright, so here's what we're working with. Got to make those running boards fit back up in there, and they did originally because I took them all apart. And that was kind of why in the last episode I cobbled that together, because this needs to tie into the running board. So it's for stability. So let me go show you what we're doing. Alright, so some quick bracketry. This is just one of the running boards flipped upside down, and I've already got it pre-set up. So just nuts and bolts on this C channel, essentially. It's flat stock bent, and I welded it. And then this is going to be the part that attaches to the frame. I'll weld that. And then you'll have bolts here, so you can disconnect everything if need be. And here's what it looks like. This is the bracket, and then here's the part that goes to the truck, and then, you know, just your typical bolts. But this, it's using the stock mounting bracketry. So you're supposed to have like a, oh, what do you call those, the bolts with the round head, and they kind of click in there with the little square here. But I don't have any of those, so I just use regular old nuts and bolts hardware. So let's get one lined up, and then we'll see where we can weld these parts into the frame. Now this side, it doesn't have one of these, so it'll bolt up to the fender, and then I'll create something, because you'll see in a minute where it won't line up. So okay, let's get set up. All right, so I'm saving you guys some of the headache of me flopping around like a fish out of water, but here's my setup. Vice grips holding the back side, floor jack holding it up, and I'm just gonna weld it into place, and hopefully it looks as good as it does now. I think it will. Well, that wasn't my greatest weld. I couldn't see because of the sun, and, you know, excuses. All right. It's definitely getting somewhere. Like I said, this one's an easy one, so I'm trying to not bore you guys with every little step, you know, and all that stuff. This is pretty well common sense, so I'm only making this video for the running boards in case anybody else was stumbling on it and they're like, hey, how the heck can I do that? I need an idea. And this is how I did it. Alright, so just putting the brackets on. This is the front bracket, and then the back bracket is technically the middle bracket. There is no back bracket right here. It'll just bolt up to the fender. So I'll show you how I'm doing that. Alright, so essentially just a nut, washer, slide it in, and then do the same for the back side, but you may have to adjust it out because it's got these little flapper deals in there. It's kind of a pain in the butt, really. Okay, because they're not really designed for this kind of nut and bolt. Then it's as easy as just putting them into place. The front one's real easy because you can just use your finger and then back one's a little harder because to reach around it's a little bit more difficult. That's what she said, right? Okay. Okay, simple as that. And then to put these on, it's a little bit more confusing because this is upside down, so I gotta do it this way. So this one sits like that in the front, so it's gotta go like that, and then that means, ooh, see how I just saved that? So that means this one goes like that. And then it's got two little bolt holes. Maybe. Okay, and it's essentially as simple as that. And then you guys seen how I put it on. Oh, see, I already screwed up. It's not simple. These are on backwards. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so it goes like this. Wait a minute. This has to be towards the back. It's like that. No, it's like this. Yep. That's how it goes. Because this has to be towards the frame and it holds it upside down so it sets in it. That's what I'm saying. It's confusing the way my brain works. Alright, I told you this one was going to be a quick one. There wasn't much to it, but needed to get done. Running boards all welded and bolted in. There's a little bit of gap going on right there at the top, and I think it's because originally that piece right there, that curved piece, was smashed in and I had to bend it out. And then Lord knows what I did to this fender. I mean, it rough, but she's coming together pretty good. Okay, let's try this again. GoPro keeps dying. I don't know why. It's got a full battery and a full SIM card, so whatever. Or empty SIM card rather. But I mean, it's rough, but I mean, look at the truck, right? So there's a gap right there like I was saying before, but I think that's because that round filler piece was all caved in when I first got the truck and I bent it back out. And then, you know, you guys seen what I did to that fender. That poor fender. I can already read the comments now. But anyway, got a tailgate, beds on there. I haven't finished welding this up yet. I'm gonna. And then I got to finish up a little bit right here, but you guys have seen spot welding before, so we're good on that. This side's a lot tighter, but I see how round this is. And then let me show you over here. See, this one's not as round. It's kind of flat. It's because I had to shape that. And obviously I'm not good at it. So, any whichever way. It's really starting to come around and look pretty good. I mean, I think anyway. She's getting there. I don't really like how bright that door is. I don't understand why it's so bright, but it seems to be the same color as the truck. I just don't understand why it didn't rust and fade the same way as the rest of the truck, because I mean, you can see right there, and then look in the in the little window jamb. I mean, it's the same color, unless that door wasn't on the truck. Maybe they had it indoors and they put it on to sell it to me. I don't know. I'm a big old dummy. Any whichever way. Now we got to fit the front end. Gotta fit the front end real quick and do steering. And once that's accomplished, we can start messing with that boy. Got a transmission finally, like I said in the last video, but transmission no worky. I gotta learn how to rebuild it. Never done it before, and we're gonna figure it out together. So anyway, like always, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Stick around next Monday at 4 o'clock Mountain Time, and we will knock out something else on the truck. Not sure what I'm gonna do yet, but sorry for the short video, but some of you guys like the short videos, so there you go. Till next week, adios.